Good morning. It's Saturday and it's the 16th of May. There's not going to be a nice bright beautiful sunrise because the sky is thick with cloud, but that doesn't stop us from enjoying our walk all the same, and we've got the three of them together. This place will be full of runners later on, but at the moment it's deserted. There's nothing there, obviously. Doesn't stop them wanting to investigate. I hope there's nothing there anyway, I can't see. No, nothing there. Collie, Collie. Still no sign of the sunrise. It's not happening today, which is a shame. I've got more time this morning. I wanted to do it justice. I got out a little bit earlier so I'd see the ball of red fire coming up over the hilltops. But it wasn't to be. Like I said yesterday, we're keeping away from the edges, so there's less sniffing going on, more walking. It's not like we're going to bump into any footballers or any joggers or anybody else for that matter. We own the fields this morning. Come on. Wasn't always the case though. I've just changed the camera over from super dark mode to normal. I don't know whether it makes much of a difference in this amount of daylight or not. It probably looks a bit murkier. I'm just curious now when I watch it back myself to see what the difference is like, as long as I remember. No sign of the ducks, no sign of the herons. Saw a few rabbits, but they were too far away to capture on the camera, and they didn't spot them anyway. There's been remarkably little fighting between Milo and Sandy this morning. He's not tried to jump on her at all. He must want to get home for his breakfast. We're heading back now towards the river. We will rein them in when we get to the water. We don't want anybody getting attacked on the other side. Obviously, a weekend there's more likely to be people out running because they haven't got work. Right, we're heading home now. So when you see us again, we'll probably be out with Milo. If that turns into a long separate video, it'll be the girls, which will be hopefully in the sunshine in the afternoon. But the forecast isn't great, so more likely to be rain. But for now, we'll say goodbye. Morning again. Just out with Milo for his solo expedition. I was going to go across the water, but it's been raining a little bit, spitting with rain, so I don't really want to get wet, so we're going to stick on the path. Keep to the scenic route. Instead of just going around the playing fields all the time. I didn't think he'd be mad keen to go, but he is. He's not going to go around the other side of the tree, otherwise he'll have me knotted up. He'll knock himself out, flapping those ears like that. He's already been across the water today, so it's not the end of the world. It's only 8:30. It was only 3.5 hours since we were last out. And we're still early enough to not meet most people with a bit of luck. Although he's no trouble. He's very good around other dogs and people. I don't like his nose going in there when I can't see, so I'll get a little tug. You can tell he's sniffing out something unpleasant. He's in drunken sailor mode again, going from side to side, checking every tree that he can fit into his itinerary. Come on, good boy. Now across to the next one. Are we? Yep, we are. No, we're not. Staying on this side of the path. No matter what the weather though, unless it's actually lashing rain, they do play tennis. It's not a sunshine only sport in this country. I was going to point the camera at the tennis courts. There's two women playing on the court nearest to where the camera would be pointing, so you'll have to take my word for it that they are playing that. Every time I get the camera out to stand still and film him, he stops, don't you? I give him the long lead so that he can stretch. And be out in front. The building on the right there is a retirement village or retirement home. Not a hospice, just like people probably need a bit of assistance, but looking at some of the people, they clearly don't need assistance. I suppose it's there if you need it or want it. It doesn't show up on Google for some reason. And if you tried to post a picture, it says it's banned. So they must have some arrangement whereby you can't post pictures of it. So we won't try using video either. We don't want to get into trouble. There's a duck somewhere quacking away. Can't see it. I don't know whether that's another dog that Milo knows when he's out with his mum. They both pulled over towards each other, but she pulled him away, so I pulled Milo away. I take him out in a red harness, she takes him out in a blue harness. So if they do know each other, she probably just thought it was a different dog. On top of that, he's on a stretch lead. He's also with his mum on a short lead. So he gets to play by different rules when he's with me. But his mum's going out this morning, so he's got me for company. See what he's doing, where his nose is going. The waterfall isn't exactly roaring away, more like a trickle. Not much in the way of ducks or wildlife, is there? It's a bit deeper this side of the bridge, for the simple fact that there's a little ridge at the front, so there'll be more chance of, I suppose, fishing for something, but I can't see anything. Not anything worth bothering with anyway. I don't trust him when he goes marching off. You wouldn't know what he's going to find. No, come on. Come on. Go on, Milo. Go, go, go. Come on. Let's go. Go, go, go. Can't go any further than that. You'll be in the water, and that harness is probably not the best for retrieving you. Start to think you're the Lion King. You caught me unawares yesterday doing that. I don't know what's going on with the ducks, not much of them knocking around. I wonder if they've got ducklings to look after. They're normally moving around. We're going left or right, or straight on rather. He's not decided. He's looking to me for guidance. There's the drake, and the mallard is just to the right, but I don't think you can see him. I was just checking his post. There was no mail, and he got nothing to post. Maybe at the next post office he'll find something. If there is one. I don't think there is one actually. You can see where we've had the rain and which angle it's been coming in at. It's been coming right to left. As you can see where the trees have kept it dry. Milo always wants to go to the waste ground. That's most likely where you're going to find something unpleasant. No, because the driest bit there is on the left. Maybe it's just the way the branches were hanging and it was just coming straight down. Who knows? Who knows and who cares? The fella just went into a panic, putting his dog on the lead as soon as he saw me. And then he kind of did a double take. Am I the same person he normally sees? Because I got Milo and not the other two. And there was no conflict, no argy-bargy. Oh, had something to post this time, just when we're getting near home. And as we are getting near home, we'll say goodbye. And as I say, in the blink of an eye, we'll be back with the girls, Sky and Sandy. Well, good afternoon, and we're back. supposed to be raining, but the sun's out, so we're not complaining. Guys chasing the crows. Not many people out. So it's Saturday. Thought there might be a bit more life. That football pitch is starting to look a bit overgrown. Couple of people in the distance. Looks like a mother and a young one. And it's caught Sky's eye. Although it's just as likely to be a dad, I suppose. But I suspect not. It's a good old wind again. I guess that's why it's either raining or sunny in the same hour, because the clouds are flying around at warp speed. Still not a lot of activity, not much on the path. There's a match on, or what's going on? Usually a bit more life than this, especially on a Saturday. There's somebody coming from the right. And they've got a dog as well, so let's go. Come on, let's go, come on. Come on, let's go. Sky, come on. Come on, go on Sandy. Go on. Come on. There's somebody coming through the water. Not the water, sorry, the long grass. We're coming through the water. We have a dog that's not on the lead. We'll do our best to avoid conflict. Sandy's having a roly-poly. Doesn't mean to say we have to stand still and watch. Around the long grass and give that lady time to get out of the way. Or put her dog on the lead, whichever she wants to do. That's her third trip in roly-poly land. And we've got a jogger coming, so I'll put the camera away and rein them in. Come out, come out. He's gone through the long grass and he's out of our way, so we didn't come into contact with him. So we now have the long grass to ourselves. The lady that was in the long grass is taking her time to get out of the long grass. I do believe she'll go straight on. we should see the back of her. Yes, she has. She started moving. She's actually got two dogs, and neither of them are on the lead. So I'm glad we didn't go straight round and confront her initially. It would have been chaos. Bearing in mind those two dogs have just recently come down here. They will be picking up their scents everywhere. As long as they don't pick up anything else, we don't mind. And there's another two fellas with their dogs. He's seen us though. And he's cutting across the playing field so he doesn't have to bump into us. He's very obliging, which is why I try to be obliging myself when he first comes into the fields. I do the same in the opposite direction. It's not because of the behaviour of his dogs, because of the behaviour of these two warriors who think they own everything, like Putin and Lenin, or Stalin and Putin. Although the signals seem good at the moment that old Putin is about to declare victory and walk away from Ukraine, which will be a relief to everybody. He'll claim he's achieved his goals as he goes back to Moscow with his tail between his legs, waiting for somebody to do him in. He'll want to avoid high-rise buildings. Because, as you know, in Russia people quite often develop dizzy spells near open windows and fall out when they're on the 22nd floor. And old Vladimir, he wouldn't want to suffer from those symptoms, would he? Vertigo is not a good thing in Moscow. It can lead to a premature meeting with your maker. Or in Putin's case, the man with horns. At least he won't want any heating where he's going. I hear it's quite warm. Old Greta will be happy. It's cold here today, no global warming, so we're doing our bit to reverse it by having the heating on and a roaring fire. We're in the middle of May and we haven't sat out once. too cold. It's supposed to be a heat wave arriving. I think it got lost on the way. Someone's having a good time anyway. Somebody's got a game of rugby going on across the way, or football, one or t'other. Sandy's not happy. As per usual. Somebody 50 yards away. Annoying it. Sandy's already gone for refreshments. The humidity is back into the 90s. Oh, she got up on her own. I left her to it. The tree surgeons are still going at the trees, trimming them. Come on. And we're going down again. Looks like it. Spends that much time in the water, she needs gills. And Sandy's getting fed up waiting. Oh! Big yawn. Still no sign of her coming up. Come on, Sky. Sky, come on. Can't stay down there all day, come on. Come on, Sky, come on. Make her think something's exciting happening, and she comes running to see what it is, and she's disappointed to find it's nothing. That's somebody with a leaf blower causing mayhem. These two think it's a vehicle. They're probably deaf because they've got no earmuffs. I'm sure you can hear that noise on the microphone. A few dark clouds forming. I don't think we're going to be out for long anyway today, because this field has got people in it, the other field has got people in it, so that just leaves this one. Going on in this field, the small one. But there was a bit of argy-bargy going on in our field, because just as we were walking a bit further on, somebody came into the field with their dog off the lead right in front of us. A fellow and his daughter and his dog. And Sandy Pandy went bonkers. So I had to hustle her into this field out the way. And the fellow with the dog off the lead, he's still got it off the lead. He just laughed. He was carrying the lead. He just picked his dog up, moved a few yards and then put it down again. Waited for me to move out the way. That's one of the drawbacks of the weekend. People aren't at work and people aren't at school. But then again, life's boring when there's nothing happening, isn't it? Just watching them going round in circles. Sure, it's a lot more fun when they're being a pest. Even first thing this morning, Milo wasn't having a argy-bargy with Sandy like he normally does. Very well behaved. Can't see any bunny rabbits. I'd imagine all the shouting that's going on next door is keeping them locked up in their beds. Looks like a inter-university football match, because they both got the skull and crossbow on their shirts. So probably an inter-team firsts and seconds, or A's and B's, or just trying to work out who are the better players. Don't know. They look like kids anyway, but I suppose 18, 19-year-olds do nowadays. Come up, Sky, come on. She can see a dog in the opposite field. Sandy has yet another roly-poly, and another one. Come on. Another fortnight and Sandy goes to the groomers again. She's starting to look a bit long-haired. Is she going to step out of the lead, or is she going to need to be lifted? I think she's going to need to be lifted. Looking like rain again. We hope not. It's getting dark. Come on, Sky. Oh, someone's driving onto the field with their car. The groundsmen weren't like that. Even if they are cold. Well, it's a good job we were out earlier, otherwise we'd have had practically no video, because there's been a lot of people around. And we're nearly heading home now. And just when I was going to start filming them again, there's a young fellow trying to get a ball out of a hedge. I was hoping he'd clear off out of the way and find it, but he didn't, and he's still there now. 20 minutes later. And because of the football match going on in the adjacent field, all the dog walkers seem to descend on this one and the little one. So we went from an empty field to quite a busy field. It's not the end of the world. Worst things happen at sea. So when I saw somebody going left, we went right, and when they went right, we went left. And that cloud that looked like rain a few minutes ago has miraculously blown away, and now it's quite mild in the sunshine. The house is probably sweltering when we get back. But look, it could quite easily have been a bitterly cold afternoon. And one thing, if you light a fire, you can't switch it off. It's on for good until it goes out. It's nice to be able to sit around the house in a pair of shorts anyway. And to make matters worse, because of the dogs, we often have the door open, letting the freezing cold air in all the while, so that they can come and go, so we don't have to constantly keep getting up and down to the door. Somebody asked me about a white plant. I actually thought it was cowslip, but it's not, it's called cow parsley. But I did a Google check on it. It's got some fancy Latin-y sounding name, which is unpronounceable. But it's commonly known as cow parsley. I wouldn't call it a plant either, it's a weed. But in amongst all the green, it breaks it up a bit. It's like bluebells. They're weeds as well, really. And snowdrops. And crocuses. They just seem to grow any old place. Don't seem to see crocuses over here. We do get them back home quite a lot, particularly up in the hills. Let's face it, people pay good money for crocuses, don't they? Or a crocus plant, I don't know what the plural is. Crocuses or croci? Don't know. It's another one to ask Google, but it'll probably come up with an American name for it. So you can't win. And they probably call it something completely different, like they do with courgettes. They give it a completely random name I've never heard of. You know what Americans are like for changing the language. They miss letters, they add letters. I was going to say they call root something else, but I can't think what they do call root. It slipped my mind. People say Americans spell things phonetically, yet they still spell aluminium the same way we do. They just ignore the I. Oh, would you look at this? This is the plant the lady was on about. It's commonly known as cow parsley. It's just a weed that needs strimming. And here are the buttercups and the nettles. Nettles aren't plants either, they're weeds. And we have all these sticky things on the left that get little sticky balls all over the dog's fur. You spend hours picking them out and you're still finding them the next morning. I was too busy yapping to remember to pick Sky up. So she's wet through again. At least the water's not too deep. It's only her undercarriage that needs drying. Must have been around here where she's picked up on that white plant or white weed. But to be honest, I couldn't really think about it, where I'd seen it. It's everywhere. They used to cut it all down and make it look tidy, but now there's this green nonsense about rewilding everywhere to encourage bees and butterflies and all that carry on. Yet when it was tidy years ago, we had butterflies and bees everywhere. Every time you went out in your car, the bumper and the windscreen and the bonnet were caked in dead flies. Now we have all this rewilding going on. You never see anything stuck to your bumper, your windscreen or your bonnet. I can remember when we were kids, in the good old days, we had a car where you could have the roof right back, and we used to stand up on the back seat in the days when you didn't have to worry about seat belts. And my dad would be flying along and we'd be stood up on the back seat getting battered by flies. You used to think it was great. Right, there's two little girls behind us with a dog, which Sky has locked onto, so we don't want to be getting them on film. So we're going to say goodbye and say thanks for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.